The next topic is distribution requirement planning, or DRP, which is a tool to synchronize supply chain partners at the master schedule level. So, in a more formal definition, we can say that it is a time phase planning approach similar to MRP that uses planned orders at demand point or downstream to determine forecasted demand at source levels in upstream. And we'll see how similar are MRP records and DRP records and how they can be used to calculate or come up with some forecasted demand at source levels. In order to be able to use them in practice, there should be integrated information systems, computer-based softwares that enables implementation of such let's say planning activities in supply chains. Here we can see a supply chain consisting of one manufacturer that distributes its products to the retailers through two distribution centers. We have distribution center 1 and 2, DC1, DC2. And then for each of these DCs, we will have a DRP record, as you can see here. It is very similar to MRP record, and the only difference here is the first row. In an MRP report, we had gross requirement, but here we have forecasted demand here, as you can see. So the forecasted demand here is the equivalent of gross requirement in an MRP record. And the rest is quite similar. So we have scheduled receipts, projected ending inventories, net requirements, planned receipts, and planned orders. And the calculations are also the same, so the same formula will hold for these different values here. Doing the calculations for DC1 and DC2, we can see that, for example, in week 45, the planned orders are 0 in DC1 and 100 in DC2, and these two values that will give us a total of 100 is in fact the forecasted demand at the manufacturer or in the source level in upstream, which is in fact the input to the master production schedule record for the manufacturer. So here we can see that the forecasted demand from the retailer at distribution centers are translated to the planned orders, and then these planned orders are translated to the demand forecasted demand at manufacturer, which will be used to do the calculations for a master production schedule. This can also be used to see how the variations in the forecasted demand at distribution center level will affect the master production schedule of the manufacturer. For example, we can see in the next slide that the forecasted demand in distribution 1 is changed for the last weeks of this planning horizon, and then we can see how it would be reflected in the manufacturer's master production schedule here in the red cells.